On behalf of Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, I'd like to deliver a few words in this very good occasion. It is a great privilege to be here today at grand opening of the Noguchi Advanced Research Laboratories. Our pleasure as the implementing agency of Japanese government support is to see the final product of our cooperation. More so, to see the impact our support makes in the lives of the people. This center has been built in a way to provide world-class laboratory to implement more advanced research for contagious pathogens, as well as to implement safer, more accurate, and timely laboratory diagnosis. Additionally, this center has been designed in a way to expose students and upcoming research scientists to global standard research environment with all the equipment required. I believe that most of us here are aware to the effort of Dr. Hideo Noguchi, as the Professor Anand mentioned, the Japanese medical science who arrived in Ghana in 1927 and passed away in Accra 1928 while researching into yellow fever. His love and affection for humanity cost him his own life. But thanks to him and our collective efforts, the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research was named after him in 1979. JICA has since then collaborated with the Institute up to today. In the 4 decades after its establishment of the current building of the Institute by the Japanese grant aid in 1979, this institute has been a prized symbol for our two countries' friendship and success story. Indeed, I'm thrilled to stand here on behalf of over 200 JICA experts and staffs who have worked with the Institute in the past 40 years. I must be really proud of today's occasion and the achievement of the Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not only happy to continue this relation with the government of Ghana, but also happy for the impact that this advanced center will make in Ghana and globally in the fight against infectious diseases. While till 1990s, JICA's support had been focused on building capacity for researchers through technical cooperation. We have gradually shifted to the collaborative research. Most recently, JICA and Noguchi work jointly to support laboratory diagnosis and surveillance for Ghana and sub-region for establishing stronger surveillance, including laboratories. This shift had become necessary with the lessons learned during the Ebola outbreak in some African countries and the effect that it had on the health and economic lives of the people in sub-region. As a result of this strategic shift, JICA and the Institute has started a joint training program for laboratory technicians in Ghana, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, using the Noguchi experience. The feedback from the participants was reassuring. Let me quote a state from one of the participants of this training. I have learned a lot of things, including what I only saw in books and seems possibly only in developed countries. Everything I wanted to see is here. This is re-emphasized the point that the Institute is capable of advancing world-class training to young scientists across the African continent. Honorable Senior Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy that the people of Ghana will be safe through this advanced research center if Ebola-like dangerous outbreak happens. It is our hope that through our support, research and cure for life life-threatening disease will be under the control of Ghanaian researchers in the future. To make this possible, JICA is happy to announce that JICA and Noguchi Institute will start a new technical cooperation project this year to further strengthen the safety and quality management capacity of the Institute. This project is also to build the capacity of the Institute for the maintenance and management of the advanced facilities. It is our hope that all these efforts will ultimately help Ghana to achieve universal health coverage by 2030, having a robust health system that could contain future shocks in outbreak of diseases. I'd like to urge the Institute and the government of Ghana to ensure that all the things needed for the center to function effectively are provided for. JICA is committed to continuous support of the Institute and the health sector. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude my remarks by expressing my gratitude for this excellent construction work by Shimizu Corporation as a constructor and Nippon Seiki as a consultant. Long life Noguchi Memorial Institute. Long life our mutual relationship and cooperation.